So the question was about Social Security, and obviously the young lady said that Social Security is something that she worries about because she's young, and the same programs are not going to be solvent for her that were for her parents. By the way, all of these conversations that we're having impact your future more heavily than anyone else's. The debts and deficits, and an economy that's not growing, a government that's crushing in its weight and its corruption, they affect you more than anyone else. You know, there are realistically binders of good ideas about how to reform Social Security. There are binders full of good conservative ideas about how to reform Social Security. Have you ever noticed how we have this conversation every single election? We have a conversation about Social Security reform every presidential election. And people throw out good ideas, and yet it never happens. It never happens. So here's what I'm going to do. Number one, I will not come to the American people and ask for your judgments about several good ideas about how to reform Social Security until I can demonstrate to the American people that the federal government is competent at its job. Because I don't think it's fair to say to Americans, you know what, we're going to come talk to you about changing a program that we've had to help you, and for a lot of people it's been a contract. We're going to talk about changing that contract, but by the way, we're not doing anything well that we're supposed to be doing. We're not securing the border, we're not spending your money well, we're not doing any of this stuff government is supposed to be doing. It's kind of like saying to somebody, trust me, I can do something really complicated, but meanwhile I'm blowing it on something really basic. Let me give you an example of how bad it is, so you don't think I'm exaggerating. Did you know we have Inspector General's reports that come out every 3 or 4 months? Every 3 or 4 months, like clockwork. Another Inspector General report comes out that says in yet another government agency, you can spend all day long watching pornography online, and you will earn the same pay, pension, and benefits as somebody doing a good job. Really? The latest scandal was that we got a lot of government employees going online to some website where you can go to have an affair, Ashley something. If you know the name, don't say so, because then we'll wonder why. But the point is, really, in any other business, in any other organization, if you spent all day long online on personal business such as that, you would be fired. But no, not in the federal government. Until we can demonstrate that the federal government spends every single dollar of your money wisely and well, that there is consequence for non-performance, that you actually can fire 400 senior executives of the VA if necessary, unless and until we serve our veterans the way they have earned, then I'm not going to come and talk to you about how to reform Social Security. But when we're ready to have that conversation, I will come and talk to you about it. And we'll lay out a set of options, because there are many. And then get out your smartphones, and we're going to have a little conversation about how you feel about those options. The point is, government can't solve complicated problems until government can demonstrate its ability to solve fundamental problems, basic problems. So let's get that done first.